Hello everyone, this is Sir Ton and let's get started. The lesson for today is about determination of a molecular formula. And by the end of this video, you should be able to first determine the molecular formula of the compound given the molar mass and empirical formula of a compound or information from which they can be found. Compounds with general formula CnH2n can also be written as CH2n, showing that the CH2 is the empirical formula. So again, the general formula CnH2n can be rewritten as CH2n. Writing it this way makes it clear that CH2, the one present inside the parenthesis, is the empirical formula for all compounds in this series. Moreover, using the empirical formula, the molar mass of CH2 is calculated as the molar mass of carbon, which is 12.011 grams per mole, plus twice the molar mass of hydrogen, which is 1.008 grams per mole, giving 12.027 grams per mole. From this, to get the molar mass of the actual compound, we multiply the empirical formula mass by N. So for example, if N is equals to 2, then the molar mass is about 28 grams per mole. But if N is equal to 3, then the molar mass is about 42 grams per mole. Now let's reverse what we did from the previous slide. This time, we are given the empirical formula CH2, and the experimentally determined molar mass of the compound is 70.2 grams per mole. And for us to find the value of N, we determine how many empirical formula units fit into the molar mass of the compound. And we can do that by dividing the molar mass, which is 70.2 grams per mole, by the empirical formula mass, which is 14.027 grams per mole. And this gives us the value of about 5. Because N is equal to 5, the molecular formula contains about 5 CH2 units. So the molecular formula is CH25, or can be simplified into C5H10. In general, we find the value of N by dividing the molar mass of the compound by the molar mass of the empirical formula. This tells us how many empirical formula units are contained in one molecule. And to emphasize the point, it is important to remember that N must always be a whole number. If your calculation gives a value that is not an integer, meaning it has decimal places or decimal points, it means that either the empirical formula or the molar mass used in the problem is incorrect. Now, here are the 5 steps in finding the molecular formula of the compound. Step 1, you must determine the empirical formula of the compound. Step 2, you must get the molar mass of the empirical formula. Step 3, you must determine the molar mass of the compound. And step 4, you should get the value of N by dividing the molar mass of the compound by the molar mass of the empirical formula. And again, this is the number of empirical formula units per molecule. And when you have that value of N already, you can write the molecular formula. Let's apply the steps for sample exercise number 1. Fructose is the sugar found in honey and fruits. It is commonly known as fruit sugar. Its percentage composition is 40% carbon, 6.71% hydrogen, and the remainder is oxygen. The molar mass of fructose is 160.16 grams per mole. Find the empirical and molecular formulas of the compound. So to solve this problem, we will start by finding the empirical formula of the compound. Let's first list down the elements present in the compound. We have carbon, we also have hydrogen, and we have oxygen. The masses of each element are given by its percentage. So therefore, we must assume that we have 100 grams of the compound. So in 100 grams of the fructose, 40% is carbon. Thus, the mass is also 40 grams. Hydrogen is 6.71%, therefore it is also 6.71 grams. And the remainder is oxygen. Since in percentages the total is 100%, then we can get the mass of oxygen by adding 40 grams and 6.71 grams and subtracting the sum from 100. Therefore, 100 minus 46.71 is equal to 53.29 grams. The next step is to get the moles of each element. For carbon, we will multiply 40 grams by 1 mole over 12.011 grams. And the answer is equal to 3.33 moles of carbon. For hydrogen, we will multiply it by 1 mole over 1.008 grams. And the answer is 6.66 moles of hydrogen. For oxygen, we will multiply it by 1 mole over 15.999 grams. The answer is 3.33 moles of oxygen. The next step is for us to identify the amount ratio. So for us to get the amount ratio, we will divide each mole number by the smallest mole number, which is 3.33. And the amount ratio of carbon to hydrogen to oxygen will be 1:2:1. Since the amount ratio is already in whole numbers, therefore the formula ratio will still be the same. And again, the formula ratio of carbon to hydrogen to oxygen is 1:2:1. Thus, the empirical formula of fructose is CH2O. Now that we have the empirical formula mass of fructose, the next step is to identify the molar mass of the empirical formula. So to get the molar mass of the empirical formula, we will add the molar mass of each element present. So in CH2O, we have 1 carbon plus 2 hydrogens plus 1 oxygen. And the molar mass is going to be 30.026 grams per mole. Now that we have the molar mass of the empirical formula, and we also know the molar mass of the compound, which is 180.16 grams per mole, now we can get the value of N by dividing the molar mass of the compound by the molar mass of the empirical formula. And that is 180.16 divided by 30.026. And that would give us a whole number of 6. Since our N is equal to 6, therefore, we can write our molecular formula just like this. And we can simplify it into C6H12O6. Therefore, the molecular formula of fructose is C6H12O6. Now, please pause this video to answer our practice exercise number 1. In summary, the steps in determining the molecular formula of compound is summarized into 5 steps. That's it for now and see you in our next video.